Hey guys, Moldran here. Today I want to talk about Blizzard. Now, Diablo 3 launch failed back in the days. World of Warcraft kept losing a lot of subscribers through over many years, and the newest MMO, the next generation MMO that they spent 7 years working on and put a lot of resources in, also got cancelled. And I was thinking about it, and I was thinking maybe the cancellation of Titan is not a sign of weakness, but maybe a sign of strength, because Blizzard is probably one of the only gaming companies that are able to afford like working 7 years in the game, then just to decide, okay, let's stop it. Now, what is important to know is that Blizzard has never been good at innovating games or innovating things. Blizzard has never been good at innovation. What Blizzard, for example, if you take a look at their games, Warcraft was pretty much a copy of Tune 2 back in the days. Diablo was very much like the game Rogue, which already existed, just with better graphics. And World of Warcraft was very much oriented on the MMO EverQuest. But what Blizzard has really been good at was imitating those things, like taking or imitating those existing game concepts and improving them and polishing them and making them available to masses, to a broad audience, and adding their own unique Blizzard flavor touch to them. And just the next generation of MMO Titan is different. I mean, here Blizzard would have actually needed to apply their success strategy of imitation on himself and try to make a better version of World of Warcraft as the next generation of MMO. And maybe that's also the reason why they failed and went back to the original strategy of imitation. Now let's take a look at Hearthstone, for example. Hearthstone is very much oriented on Magic the Gathering. It's a more simplified form, again appeals to more people, but in a sense it's not really something new, like TCGs already existed for many years. Same with Heroes of the Storm. Heroes of the Storm is a MOBA, and again they try to make it a bit different and a bit more for more people, make it easier to play it than the existing MOBAs, but in a sense it's also very oriented to Dota 2 and League of Legends. And even Overwatch, even the newest game Overwatch, which even has their own IP attached to it now, even that game is undeniable, has to do something with Team Fortress 2, that Blizzard was inspired here by the game concept, a successful game concept of Team Fortress 2. Now, even though in terms of game creation, Blizzard is not really that innovative and focused on imitation, it doesn't mean the company is not innovative, because in the games themselves, sometimes they have really innovative concepts. For example, in Diablo 1, back in the days, 1996, Blizzard actually invented the first big online platform, the first successful online platform where thousands of people could play against each other. It was named Battle.net, and that came at a time where people usually played together games by going with a friend, went to friends and just play games in front of the computer, hot seat as it was called, or went to LAN parties. So Blizzard definitely focuses on some innovative aspects in their games, but overall usually the games that they create aren't anything new or groundbreaking. It's mostly a different version of something that already exists.
Atreides unit launched.
Reporting. Acknowledge.
But of course, not everything that Blizzard touches becomes gold. For example, in Diablo with the auction house and real money auction house, they received a lot of negative feedback, and they were able, but Blizzard on the other hand is able to fix those things. They're able to fix problems, not just keep them in the game. They were able, for example, to remove the auction house, but also when people complained about the original loot system in Diablo when the game came out, Blizzard was also able to fix that. So if there is something wrong, Blizzard usually has the resources and really tries to fix and improve the game, which is also something that not many other game companies have. Now, what do I think about the future for Blizzard? I think Blizzard is going to continue to focus on smaller games like Hearthstone or Overwatch. Now, if you take a look at Hearthstone originally was being created or developed by 10 people only. That's nothing for a big gaming company. But still, it only took 6 months for the game to go from beta into live version, which was extremely fast, and the game has been a big success in both terms of player numbers and financial income for Blizzard. So I think they're going to keep focusing on those smaller games. We probably won't see another attempt on a big super MMO like Titan in the future. I think what's probably going to happen is that Blizzard focuses on the smaller new games, focuses on some niches and trying to make games more accessible to others, and also focuses on updating the existing games, like for example Diablo or World of Warcraft with expansions and so on. But those expansions also might take time. For example, for Diablo, the first expansion took 2 years. I assume the second expansion is also going to take 2 years, so we won't see one next year, but probably the year after. And to conclude, as I said, Blizzard focuses more on imitation than innovation. That's something you can always see in the type of games that they create, even in the older ones like Warcraft 1 or Diablo 1. Blizzard has always been like that. So even though Overwatch comes out, a lot of people complain, or oh, this has something to do with Team Fortress 2, or Heroes of Storm comes out, and oh, this has something to do with Dota. But the thing is, like, that's just how Blizzard is. That's just how Blizzard has always been, and that's just how they work. And apparently, like, still a lot of people enjoy the approach they take to games and the games they create.
Don't come any closer.
You probably ran until you couldn't take another step. I remember that feeling.
And yeah, that's just what I want to say about Blizzard. I hope they're gonna continue creating some really cool games. I mean, I've loved those games. I've loved Hearthstone. I'm probably gonna love Overwatch, and of course for Diablo, I just hope they're gonna keep updating the game, keep breaking or creating new content, and bring out a new awesome expansion maybe in early 2016. Thanks for watching. I'll be back.